world, the Joy Show. So I think today Chiron and Mars conjunct, so we can really feel this activation of healing, and we get to come to terms with the last scam of the old age, dark ages. And we we're being called to, and through us is being activated, this recovery of our wholeness. So this whole mask shenanigans is like, I just went into Starbucks, and Sacramento Starbucks, Old Town, and I always have my mask in my hand, and it's a meme. On it says, it's reversible actually. On one side it says in pink, resist the lie to muzzle us. And on the other side it says in black, notice this is a scam to muzzle us. So I go in, and they're just so lovely, smiling behind their masks and wiping everything down, and they're just beautiful. And yet there's this thing between us that is like this elephant on everybody's faces in the room, and we're just supposed to act natural. I'm sorry, it's just like, so everything that's been preparing me for whatever's happening now is like making me a rebel at large. A joyful rebel. I think that the coin that's coming lately is Jedi Joy. I'm just leaving love bombs, and just like when I was in a line and, some commerce somewhere, and the first lady didn't tell me to put the mask on, even though I have it in my hand, and I'm going to let them read it anytime they ask me to put my mask on, and have a little conversation with them without any hostility, but just the facts, ma'am, and just like, we have to stand up for each other. So the security guard came up to me in line and said, ma'am, you're going to have to put your mask on. And he's like, they pay me to do this. I wish I had thought in the moment to say, and you're happy with that? What a sellout. But anyway, so I just said, this is wrong, right? As I'm like fiddling with the mask, like acting like I might be putting it on. So I think I put it on and just dialogued with him until he walked away, and then I just came off right away after that. And so going back to my car, his station outside was right in front of my car where he had returned to. And I said, I'm not here to cause any problems, It's just that we the peaceful have to stand up for each other. And he said, we the peaceful? I said, yeah, we the peaceful. He's like, well, why, be peaceful next time. I said, I'm totally peaceful. I'm just non-compliant. And he said, you're free to go. He just like waved me on to like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So, I have the mask there, and I love everybody enough to think that I might put it on sometime. And I do for a second, just thinking I could. And then it comes off. Now, I've actually cut holes in it also. There's just holes in this whole scam altogether. They don't even give a shit if it's like dirty, full of scum. You've been wearing it for 5 months now, and it's just like, they've been poisoning us forever. Toxic, air, soil, and water, and they're going to now act like they give a shit about us, about a virus. Right? Think about it. Right now, it really is just like a muzzle. You can see it on history, that they muzzled slaves to just keep them, informed of who's in charge. And right now, we've got a little fucking puppet in a suit like Newsom. Oh my goodness, doesn't he just look like a stick figure they created somewhere for their business? Anyway, every time I resist putting on this mask, I do it for all of us. And at a certain point, more and more of us are going to just have this dialogue that, look, we got to love each other through this. We're all going to be coming out of their fucking mud and mess. And it's already happening to many people. Are just like, oh my goodness, I see it now. I quit them. One one by one by one, where we go one, we go all. So I just, my heart is in this. This is what I've been preparing for my whole entire life. I have gems in every pocket to stabilize and learn how to fly through one by one, everybody in their own bubble, safely steering safely through the portal, through the fifth dimension, which is at the center. Fifth dimension is inside the third dimension. They keep trying to send us out into space and to be so bezazzled, let's get on a rocket ship and fly to Mars. They're driving us out of our interior, folks. They've been seducing us with every T and A, and it gets further and further out from center. Namaste. Done. So this is so physical for me now. It's a dance, it's a song, it's a poem that hasn't even yet been written, and yet I walk it every day, and it just carves me out. Every pain I ever carried is now what is going to carry the blessings returned to me and everyone. Every little thing I do every day is for all of us, because we deserve to be returned to ourselves. The joy of Nasara Gasara, as it occurs to me from my understanding of that, it is on record that we've been robbed for generations. They found the gold hoarded by these forks, and it's now been decided that it's being returned as love to us. But they have to handle this crime cartel, families, just complete yucks. Live spelled backwards is evil. And we're all magic, and we all deserve to live. And these guys have been gobbling it up. I was spoken to somebody, young person, and they were like, I don't even believe in evil. I don't believe in Satan. Because it's scary, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to put my boogeyman on you from generations before. Maybe it's not your destiny to have to ponder these things. But at this point, you can just imagine it like cancer, okay? Cancer is a cell that wants to gobble up the healthy cells, okay? And that's what these guys' specialty is cancer. They know how to gobble up healthy cells like nobody's business. And it's now we've got the ultimate pest control happening right now. I mean, they want to just reduce it to this New Yorker personality that everybody can hate, and Orange Man bad. Yeah. You think Orange Man bad because he's just uncouth and not your velvet pussycat, when you guys are all pedophiles and stealing innocence for your sustainment? Okay, you can just back the fuck up. We're done with you. We know now. All in the name of joy. In my world, in my bubble. Yo, joy. Yo joy comes from a decade when I realized my name backwards was spelled Yoj. And I was like, holy goodness, this still means joy. It's just in a different order. And I have no obligation to stick my finger in my dimple for nobody. And I'm just going to sit here and untangle and repair the nets from what the heck is going on. Why is life and love so complicated and usually doomed to fragmentation and disintegration? Because that was their way in engineering us. The Pisces age, as I'm coming to terms with it, as it's being revealed to me, the Pisces age was corrupted. It's the two fishes, right? It's the two that become three. It's the Trinity. And they divide to rule us so that we cannot become the Trinity within ourselves. When we all come onto the same station, meaning our central station, the central intelligence actuality, which is our heartbeat and our breath coming from the spirit, those forks took the whole scene. CIA and made it out there. It's really inside each of us. And once we return to our central intelligence, actually, we will be delivering the new world to the next generation for our generational futures. I was seeing like how they do all this ancient, worship of all these ancient things, and I was thinking, I don't know, is it Horus where they divided him up and sent him into all the corners of the, the ethers to break his power, and then the phallus was never found? That was because those dark forks took it underground and been wanking off with the phallus ever since, and selling us the pieces of some fragmented context of reality. But dang if that is not being recovered now through me. And may I inspire every single where we go one, we go all individual who holds this piece for the puzzle, that we could reassemble ourselves as a people and be whole together again. The way they fragmented us all up, that we're all holding our own realities like lingerie with a rapist. We're all so defended in our fragmented realities, and nobody's holding, we're all holding different parts of the elephant, and we've not yet ever seen that we're like fucking being holden by an elephant. Anyway, it's all coming undone to come together, and I am prepared. And I tell you, folks, the book that is Simply Rich, A Cosmic Romance, this one right here, is a collection in support of the stabilization of our transition into greatness, G.ED.i.ness, Godness, Goodness, Godness, Jedi.ness, wholesomeness, practicing the art of becoming superordinary and extra natural, for goodness sake. Coming back from Sacramento, the sacrament, it will all be rewritten. And Newsom is the last stand of this last old lie as a guard. I'm done with it. Please help me get done with it. Join me in the getting done with itness. And that would be just pull yourself out of the game they've been playing with them. I use the compass. This is my latest fabricated one right here. I love this one. It's so pretty. So we've got our chakric rainbow in the center, and that is the spine in the center of the toroidal field that is your Glenda bubble. That is the central column where the energy flows, and then it creates this arc of energy around us that becomes a donut spheric body, energy body. And we're sailing this bubble of consciousness through a portal into the new age, out of the wreckage of their shenanigans. I was telling a little girl I was giving one of my compasses, my spirit compasses, to my neighbor, sweet little Chloe. And it was so cute because I was giving it to her and her mom, and I keep distance for them because I'm so intense and unusual that as me as a neighbor, it's like a little bit like, what the heck? So anyway, I said I was going to be giving this to them, and I finally was delivering it, and I said to them, I was like, I know that you guys think I'm a little weird, or I seem a little weird or something like that, and it was so cute. The mom and the daughter looked at each other like, oh my God, did she hear us? I was like, so cute. I was like, can I read minds right now? Anyway, so when I gave it to her, I said, did you see Mary Poppins, this recent one? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, remember when they went in the bathtub and then they came out and they were all in their own bubbles and they're just sitting in there like rag dolls? But I'm like, this is a tool that you can actually steer your bubble. And she was just like, I like this little girl. I really think she gets it so quickly, and because this is really what's being returned to us more than this is anything being created in this moment. So it's just so cute. And so I was like, so if you ever wonder where I'm doing and what I'm like, I'm inside that bubble. So that'll give them some fruit for thought anyway, since I love them from over the fence. Okay, so everything that we come across, guys, is what we make peace with. We bring it into our bubble. We don't let anything like sort of live outside of us. Because outside, anything that we're separate from is a threat in some way, or something that we're never, we always have to work to calibrate to. If we bring it inside the context of our own consciousness, like if we imagine it inside our bubble, not out, that could be outside your body or overlaid upon your body, then you can, alchemically, the chemistry, you can work it out inside in the Ho'oponopono, or bringing into your 0 point and just neutralizing it. To me, like what a black hole is in the universe is really a transformer, regenerator. You just put all random energies in there and they recalibrate and are sent out in pure potential, sent back into pure potential. So, okay, I can wander, and basically if you join me on this channel, is what you'll do is wander with me, but through the spiral consciousness, as we're stepping out of linear time and consciousness, and we are being placed into spheric time, which is spiral time. So really our solar system is moving through space. It's not moving in a straight line. It really is spiraling. As our planets go around our sun, it creates this motion of like circular movement. And so we will be learning how to encapsulate and encompass our own first position in consciousness, and then we can sail everywhere in time as we're time travelers. Okay, so transform your feisty and your frustration into love and forgiveness and understanding that we've all been brought through the darkest age. They robbed the Piscean Trinity and divided to rule us so that we could not make peace. And that's what I used to say, before this current administration, is like the amount of budget for defense. I'm like, yeah, that's how much it costs to keep peace from breaking out, right? So just know, look up Gasara. I think Santa Surfing Beach broadcast puts it into a real-time kind of cadence. The X-22 report seems to have a handle on the real-time kind of breakdowns. There's so many people online that are dedicating themselves to unfolding, and we don't get to look around every corner, but we're just willing to let it unfold and let it be revealed to us as we go. I'm also really appreciating Charles Ward and his work with Joseph Gregory Hallett. That is something that I heard that on the 9th or 10th of July, Joseph Gregory Hallett submitted his papers for claim to the throne of England, and they have 21 days to contest this. And so that would be the 30th of, as I counted at that time, the 30th of July. We will be seeing how this is unfolding. And right now, we don't need to be attached to any of these potentials. All we're praying is for the highest and best outcome for all people, delivered in real time, as soon as possible. Thank you so very much, and so it is already done. That's the YoJoY, Jedi Joy kind of thread. So I will just put the phone down now on this wonderful drive, and bless your way, and bless your stay, and find every little way to just resist this manipulation and lie that is being thrust upon us. Just have conversations with people in gentle and passionate and joyful ways, that we have the power and the strength to have a true voice and speak up where we can and help people come to terms with, we're pulling ourselves out of the darkest age. And we will all know what that looks like as we put it all behind us. But we cannot walk over over the threshold into the new age, the true age, as I love to say, the true new age, the new true age of Aquarius, but together. And I really do. I see this thing of You know, in the Special Olympics, when I've heard stories about when there's a race and one is failing and struggling, that the others will stop and they'll all run over the threshold finish line together. That's my prayer. We're gonna all come through this together like the Special Olympics, okay? And the honor of that is precious. So much love, so much love. Amada, aloha. Ciao for now.